俾我諗翻起咧，其實喺我小學嘅時候咧，已經覺得哇超級唔想做老師，一定唔要做老師。其實我 end up 就做咗老師啦。
以前就好中意就教我妹做嘢嘅，即係要設計啲工作紙俾佢做。
我就開始諗啦，如果第日咧我可以成為一個老師嘅話，我都好想幫助一啲唔算太有信心、太有自信心嘅學生。
自己本身成績唔好，已經好唔開心，對自己已經好沮喪。但係如果佢知道老師其實包容佢、接受佢，咁個小朋友我覺得就開心咯。
It first dawned on me that I was interested in education when I was teaching local students English for fun.
That helped me realize that being a teacher or the role of a teacher does make an impact on others.
諗到啲幾特別嘅演繹，而啲小朋友好似接受到，又可以有啲改變。
I want to be involved in their lives. I want to be a part of their growth.
可唔可以令到下一代有興趣，佢哋又自己主動行入去咧
？When did you realize that you wanted to become a teacher? And what was your reason for becoming a teacher back then? Did you have any aspirations or goals?
幾時係決定想做老師咧？會唔會有一啲嘅理念啊，或者想達到嘅一啲目標咁樣？
咁啊答呢個問題咧，其實俾我諗翻起咧，其實喺我小學嘅時候咧，我已經決意咧一定唔可以做老師嘅。咁係點解咧？首先就係我見到啦，啲老師咧俾啲學生咧評頭品足啦 ，OK。仲要見到咧，有啲老師係控制唔到個班房，就係大家合作啲，大家合作啲，咁我已經好合作㗎，我坐咗喺度等你教書。咁我就嗰陣時已經覺得哇，超級唔想做老師，一定唔要做老師。所以大家要好小心，當你講我一定唔會咩嘅時候咧，其實我 end up 就做咗老師啦。咁究竟係點解咧？我最後咧係 end up 做咗老師嘅。嗰陣時大學1年班就係覺得究竟我前途係應該點樣？我要做乜嘢咧？咁我就做一啲 research 啦。咁佢就會寫俾你睇，嗰個 salary 係幾多，人工幾多啊？你嘅性格會適合做呢一個嘅工作啊，或者工作嘅性質係點樣？咁我就有4樣嘢 on the mind、on the list 啦。咁我第一樣就係 musician， 我好中意音樂嘅，由細到大都係。咁咧不過咧我講之前就係其實我有少少概念就我想係9 to 5， 9至5，同埋咧要有冷氣係咪？即係天時熱啊嘛係咪？咁要冷氣地方。咁人工方面其實我又唔係好有概念。咁咧我就做 research 啦 ，musician。我點解 end up on the street 咁啦？我唔想喺條街度啊。雖然近排之前又有 busking 嘅機會，但係唔想個 occupation 係喺條街度嘛。咁 artist 係一樣喎，我又係好中意畫畫設計嗰啲。咁又係話點解 end up on the street 喎？其實呢個真係我嘅底線咯。我想喺air condition 嘅地方。咁nutritionist 咧都係 on the list 嘅。咁類似啲 personality 又唔係好適合啦。咁得啦 dentist 啦，咪賺錢啦 ，OK 賺錢係是但啦咁樣。咁點知咧做 research 嘅時候咧，有個 dentist 即係 authentic 嘅 dentist， 佢就講咗一句説話，佢就話 If you're in for the money, don't even think about it。即係其實係應該好厭惡啊成件事。所以如果你係為錢而做牙醫咧，你就真係唔好諗啦。咁我就信咗佢咯。咁我真係為錢喎。咁我呢4樣嘢都即係 check up 咗，就 cross out 咗啦。咁我嗰陣時就喺個電腦面前就諗我之前好似問過同學咧，大學同學你想做乜嘢？咁佢就話我想做老師咁樣啦。有嗰陣時心諗，當然冇講出聲啦。我嗰陣時心諗，老師都好做嘅，心諗我最好早已經 fold 咗呢一樣嘢。是但啦 ，type teacher 咁啊。咦 ，9 to 5咁即係 air condition 啦類似。咁然後講到 personality 嘅時候咧，我心諗你識我㗎？點解你好似 describe 緊我咁嘅？咁我就覺得，咦，莫非我要做老師咁樣啦？但我心諗，一早 ban 咗呢一樣嘢。咁但係 anyway， 我又覺得神，如果你係覺得我要做老師，你就俾多啲 sign 咗啦，俾多啲確認我啦。咁嗰陣時翻緊嗰間教會，無啦啦就問我，你可唔可以教主日學 Sunday School？ 之後又問可唔可以教 Children's Choir？ 咁我OK 啦，幫下手啦。咁教完之後，嗰個 principal of the Sunday School 個校長就話：哇，你真係好有 potential 做老師喎！而我心諗我話呢個唔係又係一個 sign， 我咪真係要做老師啊嘛咁啦。咁後尾就我就好 simple 咁樣就即係好啦，我都冇其他出路啦，好似咁apply for Teachers College 啦。咁我嗰陣時喺加拿大讀書嘅，咁 apply for Teachers College 其實你讀咗1年咁就可以做老師啦。咁通常係第1年咧都唔收嘅，即係睇你誠意，好多人都咁講。咁我 apply 咗之後就翻咗嚟香港過暑假咁樣啦。咁我爸爸就話你有冇諗過留低喺香港教啊？ 咁我心諗冇諗過，但係 good idea， 咁我就 apply 啦，咁又收咗我喎，即係讀英文 PGDE，咁之後順理成章就即係神帶領啦，就係有人請啦，之後做啦，之後又嚟咗呢間學校教啦。咁我起初其實真係好唔中意教書，因為咧我係即係如果睇過我本書咧，就知道我 people pleasing 啦。你諗下，每年有200幾個學生你要 please， 係咪？當初我係覺得要 please 學生，我好辛苦。但後尾上帝又教我，即係上帝一直教我點樣教。記得有一年上帝就話 You're here to teach, not to please， 就係咁咯，係要教佢哋咯。咁即係類似就係咁啦。其實咁樣就成為咗其實都想鼓勵大家就係其實上帝係有一個 plan 俾我哋咯。初時真係唔係我想要嘅嘢咯。咁但係神就帶領我，我而家咧到呢刻我係中意做老師嘅。我見到學生我係開心嘅，我好想同佢哋傾偈啊，想同佢即係當我唔係太忙嘅時候，咁就想知道佢哋發生咩事啊。咁我覺得上帝嘅帶領係最好。
It all started in my university days. I studied art and education, and I had to go on teaching practicums. So I was a student teacher in different schools. It was then I realized that I really enjoyed the interactions with my students, and then I learned that I want to be involved in their lives. I want to be a part of their growth. Well, that was the first reason. And also as a Christian, I really wanted to affect and influence others' lives with mine. So apart from teaching English, well, it's one of the main objectives, but other than imparting language skills, I also want to positively influence my students with my values, actions, and I do want to encourage them to strive for a more fulfilled and purposeful life.
其實都係同兩位老師有關嘅。咁呢兩個老師咧，我到而家都仲係幾有心。咁佢哋係小學時候嘅一個老師嚟嘅。呢兩個老師咧都係英文老師。咁講下第一個老師先啦。我第一個老師咧係我記得佢姓羅，佢係羅老師。咁佢係教英文嘅。咁當時候咧，我英文咧其實就唔好，佢都係好懼怕去學習英文，因為我嗰時候嗰個整個環境學習氛圍都係中文為主，聽中文歌啊，睇中文書啊，所以英文對我嚟講其實係好陌生。咁記得有一次咧，就羅老師叫咗我去嗰個嘅教研室，咁我好忐忑好驚啦，諗住佢應該鬧我。咁但係呢個羅老師咧就冇鬧我。我仲記得佢嗰陣時候嘅樣啦，同埋佢呢個胸針啦，因為我唔敢望佢個樣，我只係咁望佢個胸針。咁佢就去鼓勵我啦，去肯定我。即係佢唔係話肯定我成績好啊，即係佢肯定我去付出嘅努力。佢話俾我聽啊，其實如果你肯去做嘅話，其實你係可以做得更好嘅。咁於是後咧，我就覺得呢個老師其實係即係好溫暖啊，俾我嘅感覺。佢唔會因為我英文差而覺得好嫌棄我，或者好唔中意我啊，覺得即係教我係好嘥時間。咁佢就讓我覺得原來我自己可以都再可以做好啲嘅咁。於是就會願意去上堂啦，願意去聽老師去講啦。都唔單只係話想對方即係阿羅老師去即係開心啦，即係覺得唔好話辜負佢啦。第二都係覺得我應該可以。咁呢個係嗰陣時候嘅一個經歷，應該係小學2年班。咁但係咧，我去到小學3年班嘅時候，我就轉咗校。咁轉咗校嘅時候咧，我就遇到另外一位嘅英文老師，就係陳老師，係啦。咁呢個老師咧對我影響都非常之大，但係佢嘅影響咧就同之前嗰位老師係相反。咁同樣啦，咁因為我喺羅老師嘅教導之下，可能即係學咗1年左右，我就轉咗校，咁所以啲英文其實都仲係真係好油麻地。咁呢個陳老師咧就唔多中意我嘅，係啦。咁就即係覺得我係即係令到班上面成績即係嗰個分數拉低嘅其中一個原因。咁我好記得咧，佢曾經咧係講過一句説話啦，我到而家都好記得。就有一次咧即係見家長啊嘛，終於撞到我媽咪咁就問我妹，因為我同我妹去。咁佢就問阿妹妹英文好似都係一般喎，咁點啊？咁我媽媽就話啦，佢家姐會教下佢。咁個陳老師就話佢家姐啲英文都好一般嘅啫喎，點教啊？咁當時我就企咗喺隔離嘅。咁我嗰一下咧，我就覺得哇，即係雖然我英文係的確唔係話好出眾，但係如果你要搞一個我每1年班，我覺得又未至於係即係去到咁不堪嘅一個地步。咁但係我聽完佢講呢番説話之後，我就會覺得我其實係咪真係差到一個咁嘅地步咧？咁我覺得對我嘅係咪叫傷害咧？總之我而家仲係好記得呢一句説話。咁呢兩個係我讀書時候咧印象最深刻嘅一件事。咁另外領悟到啲乜嘢咧？其實我之後將來做老師咧，都俾咗一個好大嘅，即係我成日都會諗翻起呢啲事情，就係話其實做老師咧應該係點樣去同學生去講説話。可能老師一句説話咧， 講出嚟咧，可能係個老師冇乜嘢嘅，可能一句玩笑，或者可能一句不經心嘅一句説話，或者可能係一個眼神，或者可能係點樣，或者可能係一個玩笑。但係當個學生去聽到嘅時候咧，其實係完全另外一回事嚟嘅。即係老師講嘅每一句説話，可能對個學生當下，或者係佢之後好長嘅一段時間咧，都會有好深嘅一個影響。咁所以成日都會提醒自己就係、即係企喺課室入邊啦，或者喺學校入邊作為老師，你去同學生去講説話嘅時候，應該係點樣去講咧？咁亦都令我去即係去時刻提醒自己，就係一啲唔好或者成績叫做唔差啲嘅學生，佢哋需要嘅係乜嘢咧？即係除咗係去話俾佢聽，你其實唔好，或者你應該用咩方法同佢講，其實你係唔好嘅。你係應該用咩態度去對佢咧？咁我就會成日都諗起羅老師，即係其實佢哋可能唔係話佢哋想喺嗰科度攞一個乜嘢好標炳嘅成績啊，或者一定要攞滿分，但係你要讓佢哋知道其實即係佢哋只要付出努力，其實佢哋係仲有可以再行多少少，就唔係同佢哋講話你就係咁噶啦，或者你無論點樣做你都係咁樣。咁其實可能唔係咁啊，但係可能老師一個眼神或者一句普通嘅説話，可能就會打擊咗即係個小朋友嘅信心，就令到佢可能錯過咗一啲讀書嘅時光，或者係錯過咗一啲佢其實可以發展得更好嘅一啲嘢，或者甚至好似我咁樣，可能幾廿年之後諗翻，即係都會仲記得老師其實係咁樣睇我嘅。咁所以都會係會提醒自己咯，係去做老師嘅時候，你點樣去教導啲小朋友，你點樣去幫助佢哋，你點樣係即係就算係唔係成績非常之前面嗰啲，你都唔係話覺得佢哋係拖後腿啊，或者覺得佢哋係即係冇辦法去扭轉咯。係啦，應該俾多啲嘅包容佢。即係當年我自己覺得我自己被包容、被接受嘅時候，嗰種感覺係好好嘅。即係啦，咁我覺得啲小朋友自己本身成績唔好，已經好唔開心，對自己已經好沮喪。但係如果佢知道老師其實包容佢嘅，接受佢唔好嘅嗰啲嘢，就唔係話只係接受佢好嘅嘢。咁個小朋友，我覺得就會係即係我自己個人經歷啦，就係真係開心咯，係啦，咁學起上嚟都會好啲。咁所以你話做老師咧，就係即係羅老師啦，俾我嘅影響都比較大。咁就即係讓我想去從事呢一個行業，同埋可以同啲小朋友去接觸咧，我覺得係即係一個生活係即係同人接觸嘅一個工作啦。但係唔係同大人接觸，係同一啲即係年青人去接觸咧。咁我覺得呢個係我自己好中意嘅一件事情。都希望自己可以成為即係下一個羅老師啦。係啦，
細個嗰陣時嘅我係一個好細膽啦，冇咩自信心啦，甚至係覺得自己咧就係好乏善可陳嘅一個人。即係覺得自己咧就冇咩優點啊，亦都冇咩長處啊，出色嘅地方嘅。咁直至到我小學3年級嘅時候咧，我遇到咗我嘅當時嘅中文老師兼我嘅班主任吳老師嘅。咁我由佢嘅身上邊咧，我第一個感受到就係一樣嘢叫做熱誠，第二個就係投入，第三個咧就係好願意去發掘學生嘅優點同埋佢嘅長處，經常會讚我嘅中文咧寫得好，甚至咧會喺堂上咧就係叫我起身就係讀自己嘅作文嘅。咁而家其實諗翻轉頭，其實寫嗰啲文章咧係好幼稚嘅，亦都係好傻氣嘅。咁但係就係因為佢咧就係經常用一個好正面嘅鼓勵啦、肯定啦，然後令到我覺得原來自己都有一啲優點嘅喎。因此我慢慢就會覺得哇，呢一位老師真係影響咗我嘅思維，同埋更加重要就係令到我自己有咗信心。咁所以我喺嗰陣時我就開始諗啦，如果第日咧我可以成為一個老師嘅話，我都好想我可以咁樣去影響，同埋可以去啟發。又或者係幫助一啲唔算太有信心、太有自信心嘅學生去成長嘅話，咁係一件好快樂嘅事情。咁然後我好中意中文啦，我好中意閱讀啦，亦都好中意咧就係通過文字咧就係去思考，同埋去領悟咧就係文學作品入邊嘅情感嘅。咁所以我後來我就覺得做一個中文老師係一件好快樂，亦都係一個好似去呼應翻當年嗰位中文老師對我嘅影響咁樣。咁所以最後尾咧，我就揀選咗就係讀中文系，希望第日成為一個中文老師嘅。
Growing up, whenever I did not want to study, my older sister would actually play teacher and student with me, helping me to study for tests and exams. With her guidance, I scored well in those assessments, and that helped me realize that being a teacher, or the role of teacher, it does make an impact on others and help others to learn. And another anecdote, I would say, while I was studying in New Zealand, we went on a field trip to a forest and rocky shore with my biology class. And during the excursion, we had a guide and of course my biology teacher, and showing us different types of trees and also the rocky shore. I did pay attention to everything they said, but I did not take notes. My subject teacher actually surprised us by picking twigs of the trees from the forest and asked us to identify them during the biology practical exam. From this experience, I learned that everything we do in the classroom or even outside the classroom serve a purpose. And I also I see the value or saw the value of hands-on experience and how the experience or hands-on experience could help us to enhance my understanding of the material I learned. The last person I would like to say that made a profound impact on me in terms of helping me to make the decision to become a teacher, that would be my chemistry teacher from high school, Mr. Empson. Mr. Empson, he was always on time. He was always punctual, well prepared for the lessons. And whenever I finished a class assignment, he would challenge me with extra assignments. In fact, that kind of made me feel really special because I was the only one getting the extra assignment from him. There was one time we were trying to learn the topic about polymer. And before he actually taught about polymers, he asked us to write a paper on polymers and also gave us sort of like quite a number of steps to make a polymer in the classroom or in I would say in the lab. That actually made me realize that how teachers using unconventional ways to teach students could make such a huge impact. And like I would say almost like 30 years later, I still remember the experiment. And of course, even though Mr. Empson appeared to be quite uptight like myself, he occasionally show the fun side of his. He would actually he would put up his leg on the lab bench and show us the Homer Simpson socks he was wearing. And occasionally he tried to sort of check on us how we were doing at school by asking some of the questions. So through his example, I learned that apart from what I mentioned earlier, using unconventional ways to help students to learn, I also would like to build rapport with my students. And that's exactly what I would like to do in terms of my teaching goals.
Back when I was a teenager, I was growing up in Hong Kong and I went to a very diverse school. There are pros and cons to that environment, and some of my classmates were very well adjusted and others were less so. And then there was some bullying and like some racism, but on the whole I think we got along. It first dawned on me that I was interested in education when I was a junior in Kyoto doing an exchange program. And I was teaching local students English for fun and for profit. And it just dawned on me how meaningful it was to help people be able to communicate better in English. So then I started to do a research project about education, and specifically it was about exam hell in Japan. And that's a very rigorous process by which people are preparing for their once-in-a-lifetime exams to get into university. And it was in junior year that I first started to think maybe I could become a teacher full-time. I was also thinking about business, but I think I ultimately went into education because I felt it was a way to better my community. And then I came back to Hong Kong and I started teaching in my second year.
想當年咧，我記得咧就係我成日半夜4點鐘起身温書，咁就冇乜特別嘅資源啦，咁所以好多時候都係對住塊鏡係咁温係咁温。小學6年級嘅時候就立志要做老師，因為當年咧遇到一個好好嘅啟蒙老師，就覺得佢教啲嘢好有用啦。咁再加上自己小時候好中意聽英文歌、睇書、睇電視。
其實咧細個咧幾歲嘅時候已經好中意教人嘢㗎啦。咁我有個妹㗎嘛，咁所以咧以前就好中意就教我妹做嘢嘅，即係要設計啲工作紙俾佢做啊，或者係扮老師咁樣。咁但係咧呢一樣嘢去到高中咧，慢慢就唔記得咗喎，即係 會覺得個個都話讀醫啊嘛，咁梗係讀醫啦，係咪先？咁啊，但係咧去到真係 JUPAS 揀科嘅時候咧，就發覺自己原來係中意 bio 嘅，係啦，即係中意野生態嗰啲咁嘢啦。咁所以就決定就揀 biochem。咁讀完 biochem 之後咧，其實一路讀緊嘅時候咧，都係仲摸索緊自己想做乜嘅。去到畢業啦，其實做咩好咧？諗下，原來自己由細到大一個初衷突然間出現翻喺腦入邊就係教書啦。咁所以就報咗呢個 PGD 啦，咁亦都好順利畢業，咁又好順利就入咗呢行啦。
其實我最初係諗住做數學研究嘅，即係當我係下定決心去讀數學系嘅時候，即係可能講到好聽啲嘅 term，想做一個數學家嘅。咁但係讀咗幾年大學，就慢慢就會發覺，自己能力唔係好到啦，即係自己嘅數學水平不足，係啦。咁啊，同時咧就係喺我呢啲幾年嘅大學嘅生涯裏邊咧，我做嘅暑期工都係好大程度上都係喺研究同埋教學之間，係啦，喺度轉嚟轉去咁樣。可能有時又做下啲research project 啊，咁然之後有時又會我做某啲 course 嘅TA 啊，可能只係教中學生嘅。咁我發覺咦，原來教書都至少喺嗰個層面上都 kind of handle 到咁。咁於是我就開始諗就係咁如果我真係唔夠叻，做唔成數學家，咁或者可能真係都可以做老師啊咁。望住自己大學嗰幾年嘅，即係嗰啲所謂工作經驗啊，咁啊應該有人請啩咁就試下做老師咁樣。咁啊，至於你話做老師，我個目標係啲咩？其實我自己就比較着眼喺真係將我所識嘅嘢傳授俾學生。即係其實我自己覺得咧，老師好多時佢想做嗰樣嘢係兩大類啦，一類就係可能係一啲係建立關係啊、陪伴啊咁樣，可能有啲老師會比較着重呢啲。我自己就會覺得係唔同老師佢可以即係喺學生嘅成長嘅不同嘅方面上去幫到手。咁我自己就會自問啊，我就覺得知識啊呢啲嘢，我覺得我可以幫到多少少。
I think my answer is going to be a little bit strange because I realized I wanted to be a teacher after I became a teacher. I was asked by my alma mater to go back to teach as an emergency. And when I first stepped into the classroom, I was really scared because I was not prepared. And then literally 1 week in, I fell in love with my students. They were a bunch of Form 1 kids who have never done literature before. So they came from not our junior schools. They've never done poetry or know anything about simile or metaphor. So teaching them how to analyze a poem was actually so amazing that I fell in love with it. I'm still in contact with those girls, though, so they're Form 1 at that point, and revealing my age, they are now university graduates. And we recently met up. They are a beautiful class. So the reason why I want to be a teacher was because I met amazing students. So therefore, I wanted to be with more amazing students, and that's why I want to be a teacher.
我其實咧初中咧就係讀 local school 嘅女校嚟嘅。咁跟住高中咧就去咗英國讀書咁樣啦。咁嗰陣讀女校咧就都幾嚴嘅啲老師。咁就老師上堂入到嚟，咁就喺佢自己個位啦，咁就講嘢講咁。咁我哋學生就聽啦。咁跟住落堂，老師就走啦。咁咧嗰陣最中意嘅老師咧就係佢係比較approachable。咁咧佢就會同我哋講下笑話，咁同埋佢係會行過嚟我哋個位咧，去睇下我哋其實啲嘢做成點。咁所以我嗰陣就覺得會中意老師咧係比較親切咁樣。咁同埋就係去到英國之後啦，咁可能因為小班教學咯，咁老師對於每個同學嘅 focus 咧都會多少少。咁即係佢哋都會關心下我哋其實每個人嘅特質係乜嘢啊，咁都會根據翻我哋嘅情況去教我哋咁樣。咁同埋我哋問老師嘢都會易啲。咁所以我覺得係咁樣都令到我教書嘅時候就都會多啲關心每個 individual 嘅同學，即係我都會上堂嘗試去行過去佢哋個位度，即係睇下佢哋啲嘢做成點啊。或者冇交功課啊嗰啲，我都會關心下佢哋點解唔交啊？係咪有啲咩問題啊？有啲咩困難？可能咪太攰啊咁甚至乎有時上堂瞓覺嘅，咁其實我都會問下，即係去了解下佢哋點解咁攰咯。咁就唔係話我下下都會要一嚟就鬧佢哋咁。 所以我覺得以前嘅老師即係對我哋嘅一啲positive 嘅影響，其實都會影響到我做老師嘅時候點樣對啲學生。嗱，其實咧我當初咧一畢業嘅時候咧，咁揾工啦，其實咧嗰陣係揾咗份補習社嘅工作嘅。咁其實喺補習社都做咗好多年，咁就嗰陣都係想話其實都有啲想教人，咁所以就試下做補習社先，咁橫掂未揾到工啊嘛。咁跟住就教落都發現自己幾中意同學生互動咯。咁特別可能補習社單對單嘅嗰度，咁就你會多啲時間可以認識到嗰個 individual 嘅學生，咁可以了解下佢哋，譬如生活上其實係平時有啲會唔會有啲乜特別嘅開心唔開心，其實我哋都會傾。咁所以我都幾 enjoy 去同學生去傾偈，咁會覺得自己好似後生咗。咁同埋就係我好記得有個學生同我講過咧，就係話喺佢唔做功課嘅時候咧，其實我係唔會鬧佢，我就係會問佢點解唔做功課啊？咁樣，即係佢覺得平時可能俾人鬧得多，或者喺學校俾老師鬧，咁但係即係去到補習社，可能佢都 expect 係唔做功課都會俾人鬧，但係我呢一個老師就冇特別地話。即我都 feel 到佢係 appreciate 有人去關心佢究竟點解會咁忙做唔到功課咁然之後就咁啱我就係上咗個 master 嘅 degree 咁樣，咁就係關於 IB 嘅，因為而家教緊 IB 啦，咁所以喺嗰陣咧就個lecturer 啦，咁佢就有問過我哋一啲問題，咁就係即係究竟我哋想 influence 啲學生去影響到佢哋去一個咩嘅程度。咁究竟我哋係想純粹係灌輸一啲知識俾佢哋啊，定係想令到佢哋成為一個好啲嘅人，而去其實係一啲 IB 嘅 mission 嚟嘅，即係 make the world a better place。咁佢話如果你係 agree with 令到佢哋個人可以有進步嘅，唔係淨係讀書嘅時候咧，可能就算畢咗業之後都可以繼續去學好多唔同嘅嘢。咁我就唔應該做一啲好，即係或者咁講，就係我應該去教書，即係嗰個當時個 lecturer 就咁講。咁我講聽到之後都幾深刻，因為當時仍然係做緊補習社嘅，咁所以我就開始諗下，其實我係咪會想去學校度教書？咁而當時就都有實習嘅機會嘅，咁咧我當時實習嘅學校就係依家呢間學校嘅，咁就所以嗰陣已經覺得呢間學校啲同學都幾好喎，同埋都幾乖咯，比我想象中其實係乖嘅，同埋會以前嘅印象係會覺得好似好串咁樣咯，咁但係依家就會覺得佢哋都幾 nice， 同埋其實都係一啲雙向嘅關係，即係如果佢知道你關心佢，佢知道你係真係對佢哋好，咁其實學生就都會係有相應嘅態度咯，即係唔會係話其實對老師嘅態度唔會差咯。咁係啦，實習咗之後我就其實都繼續做緊補習社嘅，咁因為當時都仲有同教咗幾個月嘅學生有聯絡，咁我就都有留意佢哋啲動向咁就一路睇住佢哋由 Grade 10去到 Grade 12就畢業讀大學咁咧，我覺得都有啲感慨嘅，就係因為我只係陪咗佢哋3個月咁就覺得好可惜嘅，就係冇得繼續陪佢哋去直至到畢業咁可能就係嗰下就覺得不如真係諗下去即係報老師嘅工作咁所以過咗可能1-2年咁樣就開始真係實行嘅嘢，咁係啦，最後好彩就可以入到呢間學校啦，咁所以都好慶幸可以喺呢度繼續教翻呢度嘅同學。
我當初做老師其實都算係機緣巧合嘅，原因咧就係我當初大學畢業之後咧，我就去咗做研究。咁我研究咗2年啊嘛，都係主要係同台灣啊、日本嗰啲學者交流多啦。咁我去完一場又一場嘅研討會之後，我突然間覺得我好似研究嘅範圍比較細少少。其實我當初研究咧，其實我就係研究荀子嘅性樂學說。咁我就覺得研究古代典籍嘅人已經比較少啦，去到荀子嘅再細啲，去到性樂更加收得細。咁我就覺得，我呢個研究個價值大唔大咧？咁當然我知道學術價值係有嘅，咁但係我就覺得好似同人嘅交流就會少啲。 咁同埋我學完我篇論文，可能只係得同行嘅人先會睇到。咁我就諗有冇辦法可以令到我真係學以致用咧？咁於是我就研究完之後咧，我就決定不如投身教育啦。咁我就喺度諗，咁我投身教育好唔好咧？咁點解我啲師兄唔敢做咧？咁我就諗起，其實經濟學成日都有個講法，就係絕對優勢同埋相對優勢嘛。咁我哋就有處事能力同埋處人能力。咁我啲師兄，咁當然佢哋嘅處事能力係好強嘅。咁但係咧，佢哋就會好容易就會喺自己嘅部分啦，就會喺象牙塔裏面咁啊沉溺咗喺學術裏面。咁我自己咧就好似同人交流都幾好。咁我就覺得，不如喺呢個機會，咁我借住呢一個嘅相對優勢，咁不如去同下一代去建立一種關係，或者去做一個教學上嘅交流。主要咧就係因為我以往接觸嘅學者咧，大部分都係上年紀，固然係有一個共同話題，但係我都會覺得，除咗呢一方面之外，我哋可唔可以多啲交流咧？同埋好緊要嘅一樣嘢就係，我哋成日講中文咧，都係要有傳承嘅。咁如果我當初做研究咧，我其實係算係自投羅網嘅，因為我自己先有興趣再去。咁我調翻轉啦，可唔可以令到下一代有興趣，佢哋又自己主動行入去咧？咁呢個都可以話係我做教師嘅一個。
其實咧，可能做老師都係一個幾意外嘅決定嚟，因為回想翻咧，細個嘅時候咧，從小我真係立志我要做醫生嘅。會唔會好似同大家都一樣啊？但係又唔好同嘅咧，我會講啊，我有啲咩優點啊、強項咁。我細個咧，我有啲我親生嗰啲哥哥咧，佢哋好叻砌模型。咁我自小咧就已經鍛鍊到真係一對巧手。去到大學嘅時候咧，我生化系啲同學真係會叫我做生化手作王，即係逢係要搞啲乜嘢落手整啲工藝嘅嘢咧，就一定係 Canon 嘅。我覺得我係有呢隻巧手嘅。咁另外咧，細個嘅時候咧係捱更抵夜讀書啊嗰啲咧，其實係可以唔瞓覺，玩都可以唔瞓覺。咁我覺得我係有晒啲條件嘅。咁但係忽略咗一點咯，其實先決條件係要讀好啲書。咁其實後尾發覺，真係有啲遙遠。咁譬如求其次啦，咁其實生命科學嘅嘢，咁所以後尾都係入咗去 biochemistry， 即係都係中意 life 啦，都係想知道生命嘅奇妙啦。咁所以冇諗過係即係唔係自小就話要立志做老師。咁但係啲機緣巧合啦。反而咁講啦，我細個嘅時候咧，我爹哋媽咪咧係做我以前細個讀書嘅小學嘅校工啦。咁其實由細到大，佢哋都會話時間過咗唔好做老師啊！我哋見到啲老師好辛苦啊。咁但係唔知點樣神推鬼拱啦，結果又成為老師。咁如果試下正面啲去諗嘅話咧，如果我能夠將嗰件事講得清楚俾人聽嘅話咧，其實我對嗰件事就係做足咗一個準備。咁所以可能喺嗰個角度上面咧，我又好似產生咗啲興趣。我覺得我好似係有將一啲嘢演繹得清楚俾人聽嘅。咁而去到真係要做老師，我亦都喺讀書年代做過啲 part time。咁有啲開心嘅時候，我嗰陣時教小學生嘅奧數，小學生奧啲數好簡單嘅啫嘛。但係可能我就係啲唔係咁鼓勵啲死板背誦，可能會諗啲花神啊，就幫啲小朋友解決嗰啲數學題咧。我又覺得又有啲嘢我又諗到啲幾特別嘅演繹，而啲小朋友好似接受到，又可以有啲改變。咁呢啲嘢都鼓勵咗我，後尾輾轉就成。
咁去到大學嘅時候咧，咁我就開始即係多啲時間可以沉澱自己，因為大學其實比中學更加自由啦。咁但係相對地，我會識到更加唔同嘅人。咁即係同到唔同嘅人相處之後，我會開始透過唔同嘅對話或者同佢傾偈，我會諗翻一啲佢做呢啲嘢，咁我啱唔啱做咧？或者佢特登選擇唔做呢啲嘢，咁我有冇一啲理由去唔做某一啲嘢咧？咁我會多啲時間，我可以話同人哋對話啦，亦都會同自己對話。咁我會比較清楚啲自己將來會想做啲咩。咁其實亦都係帶到下一個問題，就係點解我最尾會想教書？咁其實你都可以當係呢個諗法，其實喺大學嘅時候沉澱到落嚟嘅。咁我記得我大學嘅時候，即係我唔知講唔講得咧。我大學嘅時候其實有一段時間喺 hall 度住啦，即係住 hall 啦。咁都好荒廢嘅我嘅生活，即係你當我每日可能我有堂咁我唔上，咁我就喺 hall 度喺度 hea，喺度同其他 friend 去出去食飯或者行街或者玩。咁但係夜晚嘅時候咧，我唔知大家即係可能有冇聽過住 hall 嘅時候，夜晚通常大家都好夜都唔瞓啦，咁可能圍埋一齊傾偈啦。咁可能有啲同學就係好 hyper 咁去 飲酒啊成。咁但係咧我咧都會好夜唔瞓嘅，但係我可能會傾向就係同啲熟啲嘅朋友去好深咁樣去即係 deep talk 啊，你叫做即係可能係傾一啲好似好哲學或者好抽象嘅問題，可能話你第時想做啲咩啊，或者人生嘅意義係啲咩啊，或者點解我哋要存在呢個世界上啊？咁好似好虛無縹緲，但係我覺得正正就係踏呢咁多嘅時間或者咁大自由度，我哋先至會有呢啲空間去傾一啲即係你出咗嚟做嘢一定唔會傾噶啦，呢啲咁無聊嘅問題啦，可能你會覺得咁，所以就正正就喺答嘅時候，我會覺得我諗多咗好多呢啲問題。咁而我記得當初你哋去 invite 咗去做 interview 嘅時候咧，我就又係咁樣問下你哋其實會問啲咩㗎？咁你哋又係咁答我，就話可能我問下你人生嘅意義係啲咩咁樣。咁我即係當時就冇好 take it serious 咁當係呢條係啲問題。但我當我見到你 send 嘅問題俾我嘅時候，我就再沉澱翻我嗰陣其實都好認真咁諗過呢個問題，嗰啲人生嘅意義係啲咩咧？咁係咪我開心就夠咧？定係我要好偉大地我要幫呢個世界做啲咩貢獻我先至做有意義咧？定係其實我都唔知人生有啲咩意義咧？咁我記得我諗咗好耐，跟住有一晚真係同啲科微喺度 deep talk 嘅時候，咁突然間即係好似我都唔知係咪叮一聲咁就諗起其實呢條問題咧唔係應該係由我哋而去問，呢條問題其實我哋應該要去答嘅。咁即係我嘅人生咧，我唔係好執着我哋要去好執着地去問呢條問題，然之後諗到一頭煙，我諗唔到答案，跟住我就好頹廢咁，我乜都唔做。唔係應該係咁咯，應該係調翻轉就係我成個人生我就嘗試去答呢個問題。咁我點樣答呢個問題咧？可能我去幫人，我可能去做某啲東西，係令到我覺得我自己係答翻呢個問題。就係我完咗呢一生人，我回頭看之後，我發覺我人生就係做呢啲，做呢啲，做呢啲，所以 that's why 我人生係有。